William Morrow and HarperAudio present A Hero Comes Home, a Bell Sound novel by Sandra Hill, performed by Megan Tusing. Chapter 1. She was all shook up for sure. Sally Dawson stood, momentarily transfixed, staring at the scene before her. She felt a little like Alice in Wonderland falling down the rabbit hole, except, in this case, it must be the Graceland hole. A native New Yorker, she had seen just about everything on the streets of the Big Apple. And really, she'd been living in Bell Cove for almost 9 years now, ever since her late husband, Captain Jacob Dawson, had brought her to his hometown as a bride. So she shouldn't be surprised by what the well-meaning wackos in this small town came up with. But this beat them all, even last Christmas's Grinch contest, where everyone was running around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying not to get Grinched. No, this was a new high for Bell Cove. Or was it a new low? In terms of corniness, that was. Jailhouse Rock was blaring from the loudspeakers. The sexy senior swingers, aka the Old Codgers Dance Club, were performing some amazing jitterbug moves on the newly laid asphalt parking lot. And a 20-foot neon Elvis, with his trademark crooked grin, oversaw the entire event. Actually, it wasn't a jitterbug, but that Carolina favorite, the Shag. No Outer Banks event could be held without that homage to boardwalks, hot sun, and beach music. The line waiting to get into the diner was 20 deep and, with all the new arrivals, hadn't gotten any shorter since the doors opened 3 hours ago at noon. And yes, with perfect timing, the town bells, each with their own distinctive sounds, began to chime the hour. First, Our Lady by the Sea Catholic Church, bong, bong, bong. Then St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. And finally the clock in the town hall tower, clang, clang, clang. No one even paused in their conversations at the ringing. It was, after all, a town that had been founded over 100 years ago by the Conti brothers, Italian immigrants who built Bell Forge. The small factory became known for finely crafted bells, the kind that hung in cathedrals and big city towers and on college campuses. But they also made bells as musical instruments. Every business in Bell Cove, every residence, in fact, had a bell attached to its door, thanks to the Conti influence. The one over the door of Sally's bakery, Sweet Things, was a soft jangle that she'd come to love. Still bemused, Sally noticed that everyone in line, not just the dancers, had made an effort to suit their appearance to the occasion. Women and girls, no matter the ages, wore sweater sets or pastel-colored blouses with Peter Pan collars tucked under tight cinch belts into circle skirts over bouffant petticoats, leading down to bobby socks and saddle shoes. Still, others wore figure-hugging pedal pushers or dungarees rolled up to mid-calf, with flat ballet slippers. Ponytails and poodle cuts abounded. The guys, men and boys, went either preppy with crew cuts, button-down shirts, and back-belted khaki pants with white buck shoes, or else they went full greaser with black leather jackets over white t-shirts and ducktail haircuts. No, it wasn't a reenactment of that movie Grease. It was the grand reopening of the Rock Around the Clock Diner and the Heartbreak Motel. And it looked like everyone in the small town had shown up and was commemorating the event as only Bell Covites could in their own unique, wacky style. Delilah Jones, rather, Delilah Good, since she'd recently married Merrill Good, treasure hunter and former Navy SEAL, was the owner of both businesses. But a little fact like that never fazed the good people of Bell Cove, who tended to take over when there was any excuse for a celebration. No wonder, then, that they were using the reopening of the Elvis and 1950
Sample complete. Ready to continue?